Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently embroiled in this independence war, and I don't actually remember where in our empire our army is, so let's find it this way. There they are. Excellent. Okay, so we'll head down here. We have ticking war score, and we can get a decent amount more just from sieging, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Now we are losing some sieges, but they can only claw back an additional 27 war score. So they can take us to 40%. That said, we can offset that. Yeah, there's a lot of them sieging us. This is unsurprising. Yep. Excellent. So we're going to stay about even here for a little bit as we continue to siege. But we're going to get all of these sieges done as soon as we can. We should probably send these guys up to start slow sieging. So we'll send them up over this way. Something like so. Actually, we should send these guys here and then these guys here. Cool. Our mother died. That's fine, I guess. Sure. From bad to worse. 34 stress. Okay. So yeah, we can gain another 26 from occupying, and they can only claw back another 13. So we are definitely ahead of them. There's no doubt about that. They're at minus 91. So they can only get 9% more. We got ourselves a nice trinket there. Okay. And we can get another 23%. So that's wonderful. Between the time it takes to get that, or rather, between the 23% and ticking war score, I do expect that by the time we hit 100% from occupation, we will be done. Now, I do want to double check. Okay, we see a decent number of them over this way. They might be coming here to fight. If that's the case, we'll have to do something about that. But they are not in our capital, which they really probably should be. But that's neither here nor there. It just stopped letting me middle mouse drag and scroll there. I really wish Paradox would fix that bug. That's very irritating, but sure. Okay. So we've got some slow sieges ongoing. They are now capped, so their sieges do not matter anymore, whereas our sieges do for another 23 war score. So that's great. Plus we have ticking. However, there are these guys over here. We are going to abandon our slow sieges because we can get quite a bit more battle war score, and I absolutely want to do so. So we're going to group up over here. And we're going to fight these guys as soon as we can. We're heading in over this way. Interesting. They just split up a bit. Once again, I can't middle mouse scroll until I open and close that, but there we go. We're going to catch some of their forces here, I think. Yes. They walked into us in a really awkward way there, but that's going to stack wipe, I think. It did. Well, actually, no, not quite a stack wipe. We're going to head over this direction, see if we can continue to fight them. We absolutely win that, and we're going to come down over here, continue to siege. We can still get another 19% more from siege, so siege war score alone will win this war for us. That does not count any battle war score we managed to keep, or rather get, and that also doesn't count... Actually, we should turn around over this way. I'd love to fight these guys. That also doesn't count any ticking war score that we get. So this war is very, very in the bag at this point. I think that's very clear. We're going to head in over this way, and do we catch them? Yes, we do. Not, I think, all of them. But we catch a decent chunk, and they're actually going to turn around and walk into us here. They're going to pile in, but that's fine. We win this battle. We were always going to win this battle. What caused us to lose a bunch of war score? I think that the person that we had in our... We captured their heir, didn't we? Like a plus 25%. We do need a new spouse, that's for sure. Skill 25? Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. So I think that we lost the person that we captured when we captured their capital. They may have died. They may have escaped. I'm not exactly sure what they did, but I think that was what happened there. We'll put this guy in as our steward. Cool. So we win this battle, and we will turn around over this way. We're up to 75% now. That does hurt us a decent amount. We'll see about chasing these guys down. We finish up this siege here. Now, where are these guys retreating to? Right here, we need to turn around. Okay, I'm glad I turned around there. And we're going to head up over this direction. These guys are going to need to... Oh, no. Don't go that way. What are you doing? Why would you go that way? No, this is much better. There we go. Hopefully we can get away from them. Yes, we can. Okay. So we don't need to go all the way up there. We can stop here. That's fine. And we're actually going to have to change our UI scaling to be able to interact with this war, which is awkward. That's another bug that I hope Paradox fixes soon. But we'll see if they do. Okay, so we'll stack wipe this force. No problem there. That gives us some additional war score. We'll stack wipe this force as well. That's another 2%. And we're going to make our way up over this way. We're going to need to defend our siege force. We're at 95% war score at this time. And our friend died. Sure. We do need another new steward, and it will be this lady. We also get a new perk, and we'll take forced vassalage. That's a very good CB, of course. And we're going to head up over this way, but we're also going to bring our main force. There we go. So we're 97%, make that 99, and we are victorious. Ticking war score, finishing it off for us. So again, we need to go into our settings here and turn down the UI scaling. Everything is teeny tiny now, and now we can interact with the Independence War. So we'll enforce those demands. There we go. And so that you guys can see again, we'll turn that UI scaling right on back up for 4K. Perfect. There we go. Things are much better now. Demand artifact? No, I decline. We're going to disband our troops, and that is wonderful. So what is our goal at this point, now that we've got that handled? Well, we need to deal with our vassal limit, and to that end, we're going to need to revoke some titles from some of these guys who just rebelled. So let's go into our prisoners. This queen is the first one to lose her title. So we're going to revoke her title, and no one's going to care about this because she was a rebel. That's completely fine. And we're going to hand that title over to Colchis here. So we will grant that title here. We'll show only recent titles. We'll give the county as well. There you go, buddy. And can we transfer this duke? Yes, we can. Cool. So that puts us at 3 vassals above. And we can just do that a couple more times here. I want to sort by rank. There we go. So we've got how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of them. We've got this duke we don't care about. Okay, so we've got a number of these that we need to work on. We'll revoke this title for now. We can't revoke that because that's under siege. Okay, we'll move to this guy. That we can definitely revoke. And where is the Kingdom of Tuva? That is off over here, of course. Okay. So that could be handed into Ob, perhaps? You rebelled. Mongolia. Yep. We're going to grant it here. Kingdom of Tuva goes with. There you go, buddy. Congrats. You're now a double king. And we will also grant vassals over to the rightful liege. Perfect. And we're still at 3. I feel like we're supposed to be at 2 now. Did this guy... It was... Well, he's no longer going to be here, right? Well, actually, it's this guy, I'm pretty sure. He's unlanded. I feel like we should be at 2 right now. Oh, there's this duchy up here. Right. We can give that over to this person. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay. And we can grab ourselves another one. And now, every time that we go up over our limit, we can make sure that we don't have dukes and counts under us. But we're also going to need to revoke these titles. So we'll revoke this one. That kingdom cannot be revoked, and she's already a double queen, so that's not really a good option. What about this guy? Occupied, so we can't do that. Kingdom of Permia. Sounds good. So we'll go ahead and grab that. And that can be moved into, say, this kingdom. Actually, he rebelled, so we probably shouldn't do that. Torika's kind of huge. We'll give it to this guy. I think that'll be fine. Is he already a double king? No, he's not. So we're going to grant him, not a vassal, we're going to grant him, actually, we do have a few dukes and counts to hand out, but that I think they're from up here. We're going to grant him the title, Kingdom of Permia, along with everything that goes with it. Excellent. And that puts us one direct vassal above our limit. So let's find one more king that we can do this to. Not that guy. This is a duke. What about this guy? He already has two kings, or two kingdoms. He's already a double king. So what about this guy? He's already a double king as well. He's a double king. Here's one. Okay. We can't actually take that county away, but that's okay. We don't need to. And this would be granted out to... This guy's probably fine, although I think we'll go for perhaps this one. This guy's quite weak. So we will grant those titles here. Cool. And we're still 4 direct vassals above. We can transfer this duchess. And what else do we have here? Let's take a look at this guy. Okay, so we've got this duke. Where are you? He's off over here. Wait, no, that's where he reports to? No, that's where he is. Okay. So we're going to do this a little bit differently. We're going to go to his actual title. There we go. That's this guy. Sure. He can go into here. There we go. And who else do we have? We've got this duchess. Actually, she can go in there too. She's in the same area, so that's fine. And we've got a countess. Yeah, that's the person that we took the kingdom away from. That goes down over this way. We could give it to either of these kingdoms. We'll give it to this fine gentleman here. Okay, perfect. I want to check to make sure that we don't have any malices for too many duchies. And we don't. Okay, sounds good. So there's that solved. Now, let's come up over here. What are these wars? Udon claim. He's a vassal in our realm. He is claiming what exactly? The chiefdom. It's not great. We're just going to go with a forced vassalization here, I think. Well, we can forced vassalize this guy as well. And we can probably force vassalize this guy, can't we? No, he has too many counties, so we're going to have to holy war for this duchy over here. And then next war, we should be able to take all of Buryatia. Unless we have anything else. No, we don't. Okay. Just wanted to double check that. So, step 1, we will raise up our men-at-arms here. Are we going to need any more than just our men-at-arms? Not really, but I'm going to raise a few troops for a siege force. 5k is more than plenty. There we go. And in they go. And then we're just going to wait for our men-at-arms to show up here. Wonderful. We should have these wars done quite quickly. Offer concubine? Do we care about concubines right now? I guess it's okay. We have a daughter. Always nice to have a new bargaining chip. Fantastic. We'll get these all grouped together, and we'll get our siege force set up here. We'll go for around 3,000. And these guys, they can head up over this way at this point. Our siege force will take a little while to make its way through here, of course, but that's okay. And do we have a siege commander? Yeah, this guy will do. Wonderful. There's a dangerous faction brewing here. Do we care? It's peasant rabble, so no, we don't. Okay, sounds good. I would very much like to get all of this situation over here dealt with and get that all incorporated into the realm so we can turn our attention out over this way. That would be very, very nice indeed. And that is, of course, what will end up happening eventually. We're going to come up over this way and see about fighting them. And of course, we're just not concerned at all about peasants. Like, incredibly unconcerned. We'll come down over this way, see if we can fight them over here. That would be great if we could. Of course, we stack wipe this force. And we do catch somebody here. It's the 0 stack. Okay. I mean, they're going to keep trying to raise that 0 stack, but this is fine. Okay, I wish I could click through that. There we go. Fantastic. And we're at 41%. Not too bad. We'll hop over here and start a slow siege, and we will come up here and fast siege. Heresy? That's no good. Challenge for artifact. We decline. I'm not sure why we would ever accept a challenge for artifact. I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe if they were someone we really wanted to stay on the good side of. Maybe. We do have a bunch of things going on here. This is mostly court artifacts. In fact, we could hang up some wall ornaments here, and we probably should. I think that some of those got destroyed over time. That's okay. Not too concerned about it. How are those peasants doing? 4 months. That's okay. Not concerned about peasants at all. We finish up this siege, we'll head up over here next. This slow siege will continue for the time being. Although we probably should head down over here. That is this war. Yeah, we probably should. I was thinking about coming up here, but we don't necessarily know about troop counts up here. Especially with these guys here, we should certainly come down this way. Not that path. Come down this way. Thank you. This way would be much more dangerous. So we'll get this siege done and then head down to their capital. We're not going to grant a tax lien. Rebels are going to attack us. This was fully expected. And we will just hop on over this way. Take a look at... Really? They have 3,000 troops. Well, that's adorable. Okay. Well, that war's won. No problem whatsoever there. Very adorable indeed. We will enforce our demands there. No more peasants. Fantastic. As far as this up here goes, we are expecting this to finish up very soon. I would like to resupply our combat force, or we could just walk up over here, I suppose. That's probably fine. Now, these guys could turn around and come attack our siege force. It doesn't look like they're so inclined. So that's nice. I mean, they didn't have to let us do this. We are above our vassal limit right now, and can we just grant anybody out? Because what caused us to go above our vassal limit? We don't have any valid vassals? Okay. Somebody must have become a king by creating a kingdom or something. Or an inheritance, split up a double kingdom, something along those lines. So in that case, we should probably go into our prison and see if we can find a kingdom that we can revoke the titles of. Not a double king, ideally. She's going to remain a countess, but that's okay. So we'll go ahead and revoke that title. And that was the kingdom of Avanti. Where is that? Over here. Sounds good. So we'll grant that over to, say, this guy. Grant titles. Not the Magadan Empire, just the kingdom of Avanti. Perfect. And we're going to need to transfer some vassals over to their rightful liege. And so we shall. And we've also, I see, got ourselves a couple of counties over here. 4 direct vassals above. So we'll grant this on over. And then we'll grant this one over here. There's also a duchy here. and a duchy down here. Sounds good. So there's that problem solved for now. It will crop back up in the future. There's no doubt about that one. So this war is now over. That's wonderful. We, of course, vassalized him. And he's a king, so it's a bit of an issue for us. But we'll head up over this way. The reason it's a bit of an issue for us is because of our vassal limit. That said, we may be able to get our vassal limit up a little bit. That would be nice. Okay. So we're going to bring our troops on up here, and these sieges will go very quickly once we do. We do need to resupply a bit, but we can go after Buryatia pretty easily over here. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay. So we'll let this finish so that we don't take these large attrition ticks out over here, but there we go. We'll head up over here. This may end this war. Yeah, should be fine. I think it will end the war, actually. Yeah, we have no battle war score. It should. No, you can stop here. Okay, you can actually head down over here. Perfect. So this is, of course, a vassalization war. So that's another kingdom. Sure. We're going to have to deal with it, but for now, it's not the biggest of deals. We can put in this guy as our steward, and everybody's going to head down to the Buryatian capital. Actually, these guys are just going to... go ahead and leave the Liberty faction. It doesn't really matter. But these guys are going to slow siege this tribe here. And, I mean, that's going to take 19 months in theory. But we'll just grab here, 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 and then come back up. And honestly, that could end the war. We'll see how it goes. His ticking will go away, so that's going to be a 27-point swing right there. So that's a pretty big deal. And there we go. So that's 30. Defender controls war target still. Oh, right. This is the war target. This isn't a vassalization war. I forgot about that. Exciting stuff. Well, we'll make our way around. That's fine. We're not that far from getting this war complete. I would like these guys to resupply. Supply limits out here are grim. There's no doubt about it. But we can siege these down very quickly. And they were thinking about fighting us there. They decided against it, which is probably for the best. We do get a diplomacy lifestyle perk here. We'll grab defensive negotiations. Actually, that wasn't necessarily what I wanted. I wanted adaptive traditions. I was thinking flexible truces was here. That was a mistake on my part. We could respec if we wanted to. I don't think it's that big of a deal, though. So we're going to head up over here. We're now at 38% war score. And this is actually rebelling. That's kind of funny. There we go. We'll head over here. And we're going to head down into this area and get that ticking war score under our control soon enough. We'll get this siege wrapped up. That will take 30 days. No real problem there. And then we're going to head down here. Excellent. That puts us at 55%. How are we doing on our occupation cap? Okay, we've got a decent amount more. And this is going to swing this by, like, 55%. 57%? Yeah, like 57%. This will end the war. So that'll be great. And there it is. Perfect. For a second there, it was like 63, but no, then the ticking war score flipped. And it's all good. So we'll disband our troops, and this territory will, of course, be granted on out. There we go, and this will be granted out as well. Now we're going to need the duchy here. We can't usurp this because he's currently fighting a war, and it's his primary title. Okay. Well, what we can do is we can just toss him into Mongolia. I'm not too concerned about that. So we'll go ahead and do so. We'll grant this vassal here and the final vassal as well. And then looking over here, these kingdoms are going to want to be combined. But for now, they are what they are. But we'll be able to take Bereatia very soon, and that is wonderful. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to wrap up this up here and turn our attention probably to the Arabian Peninsula. Or maybe wrapping up Greece, or both. Something along those lines. We have a lot more options in the West now, so that is great. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And, oh man, I was really hoping that I would think up of a transition to thanking the channel members. I haven't yet. I was hoping one would pop into my head there. It did not. Regardless, here we go. Thanks to all the channel members for supporting this video. I feel like I need to, I don't know, maybe increase the scroll speed here slightly. I'm also working on redoing the background. This background was rendered in 1080p, and it's upscaled to 4K here. It's going to be quite different, that's for sure. But I'm working on redoing that. That said, in terms of the shout-out tiers, Spartan News is one of the supporters in that tier, and he's also the only one. I'm sorry, I assumed your gender. Something along those lines. And thank you to everyone else who is a... I'm really going off script here. Thank you for everyone else who's a member, and of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, click the join button below the video. Well, yeah, that's definitely that's a thing I'm going to have to work on, that particular read. It's not quite as smooth as the rest yet. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. And as always, I will see you all next time.